All right, well, thank you for that weather update, Justin. And as we mentioned, today is Teacher Appreciation Day, and we know our teachers serve as the backbone of our community schools. So joining me now are our previous winners of Teacher of the Week, Miss Newcomb, who's a 5th grade teacher from Cole Academy in Lansing, as well as Miss Morgan, who teaches at Belleville Schools. How are you, ladies? Happy Teacher Appreciation Day.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Awesome. I'm so glad that you guys are here and you're able to join us, because you guys do so much work in our schools, and I feel like a lot of times teachers don't get the credit it is that they deserve, so that's why we wanted to bring you guys here today. But first I want to ask you, how did you both get started in teaching?
Well, this is my 27th year, and I've never wanted to do anything else. I've always just wanted to work with kids and be around them and help them reach their goals and be productive citizens.
That's amazing. That's wonderful. And Miss Newcomb, how did you get started in teaching as well?
Yeah, I started teaching in 1999. I graduated from Michigan State and got a job in California. So packed my bags, went to California, and became an elementary school teacher.
That's awesome. And I think, a lot of times we don't realize as teachers, sometimes you guys spend more time with your students than their parents do. So like you said, you're helping them, become model citizens. What it is that you're teaching them in the classroom, that's what they're taking back home with them as well. Yeah. So what do you find is the most rewarding part about being a teacher? Mrs. Morgan, if you could start first.
My students, and just building those relationships with them, and then them having those aha moments, those moments when they get it, or they can apply it to real life, or they are just happy to see me. Just there's lots of levels to it and lots of layers to it, because it's not always about the academics. Sometimes it's just that touch adult that they get to spend time with that they like.
Right, and just getting that encourament and that support. Sometimes you don't know what's happening at home, so you guys are that safe place, and you create that in the classroom for them. Yeah. What do you find is the most rewarding part about being a teacher?
Oh, it's definitely the connections and the relationships, and just, yes, seeing, these young men and women grow into just confident and empowered people. It's been great being a part of their lives.
That's awesome. And I know, Mrs. Newcomb, you guys got a chance to go to the IQ Hub. So actually, we're going to pull up that picture right here. What was the most exciting part? What did your students say when they got there?
It was so cool. What an amazing facility. So much learning, very interactive. We actually had a time where we were able to create vermicomposting cups. And let the kids learn about worms and their role in our ecosystem.
How exciting. And yes. I can tell, I'm looking at them here. They are so excited to be there, and I know, Mrs. Morgan, your students are making their way over there pretty soon as well, so we're very excited for them also. But something I do want to ask you guys as well is, what advice do you have for the next generation of teachers that are coming up as well? What's something that you wish someone had told you when you first started 27 years ago and when you started back in 1999?
I would say just be flexible and just give your heart, because when the kids and the families see that you're being real, they'll be real back to you. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Build the relationships. When you build the relationships with the kiddos, they respond to that. And then when you're asking other things of them, they're more receptive to doing that. And like she said, be flexible. Learn from the people around you.
That's awesome. Well, thank you both again. I can't tell you enough, but how much we really appreciate all the work it is that you do with our students, with our children.